by today. If you're new here, my name is Louann and this is Heart-Filled Kitchen. On this channel, you will find plenty of recipes, grocery hauls, meal plans, and all things kitchen. So if that interests you, I hope that you'll go ahead and hit the red subscribe button and join our Heart-Filled community. Well, in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my weekly grocery haul. This is the very first haul of 2024, and it's the first haul that I've shared with you for quite some time. So I hope you'll stick around for it. I do have a few things going on this week that I will walk you through as we go through the haul, and I will have follow-up videos to go along with those. So be sure to stick around so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Now, another thing that I want to point out to you before I jump into this haul is that since there are several new subscribers, as we go along and I share my meal plan with you, I will be sure to link the recipes if I've done a previous video on the items or the recipes in my meal plan this week. That way, if it sounds good to you, you can go back and check it out. And another great thing that I am so happy to be sharing with you is that on Monday, January 8th, I launched my website. Now, be patient, it is a work in progress. I don't have a ton of recipes on there. I think I have around 12 right now, but I am going to steadily add to those. I'm going to go back through all of my previous recipes and try to get as many on there as I can. And this isn't a fancy schmancy website, but it is simple to use. You're not going to have to read through a whole bunch of blog mumbo jumbo before you get to the recipe. It's cut and dry. Click on what you want. You can print it out into a recipe card, or you can just watch it right there on the screen. Now, all these recipes that I'll be sharing with you on the website, I will have a video to go with those on the YouTube channel. So if you have any questions or you don't quite understand my directions, know that there will be a backup video to go along with each of those. This is not the beginning of the week. It's already Wednesday. I've already prepared 2 meals this week. On Monday, we just had hamburgers. On Tuesday, I made a barbecued chicken pizza on keto crust, so I will be sharing that with you hopefully next week. It is absolutely delicious. And since we're talking about the meal plan, I'll go ahead and tell you this week's a little different than usual. I only have 4 meals to make this week because my husband is going on a hunting trip this weekend, and so I'm only cooking 4 nights. Monday was the burgers, Tuesday was the barbecued chicken pizza. Tonight, we're gonna have breakfast for supper. I'm just gonna make some plain scrambled eggs, bacon, and toast. Simple. Tomorrow night, I'm gonna make a cheesy taco bake. I do have a previous video to go along with that. The only thing that I'm gonna be doing different this time is I'm gonna be using my keto cornbread as the base for this recipe. So I will be sure to link the keto cornbread recipe with this video, and I will also link the previous taco bake recipe to the video too. That way you can choose which version of the recipe you would like to make for your family. Okay, so I believe that's all of the updates that I want to share with you right now. Let's go ahead and jump into the haul. Okay, we're gonna start out right here in the front with the cold items. And I had mentioned to you earlier that my husband was going on a hunting trip this weekend. Well, he is going with 6 other men, and I will be cooking the breakfast for this trip. So that is why you're gonna see so many pounds of sausage and bags of cheese and so forth. And a lot of this is not keto or gluten friendly, but I am planning to film this so that I can share another breakfast video with you. Okay, so right here in the front, I have 3 of the Jimmy Dean regular 1-pound breakfast sausages. Along with that, I have the H-E-B thick cut bacon. Okay, you can see right here in the corner of the bacon that it does have the gluten-free symbol. If you have H-E-B in your area, H-E-B is specific to Texas, but the This is the H-E-B brand. The Hill Country Fare, which is also an H-E-B store brand, does not have the gluten-free logo on there. So I'm not saying that it's not gluten-free, but the H-E-B brand is the only one that has the symbol. So just something to maybe keep you aware of if you are looking for gluten-free bacon. Next up in our cold food is just one block of Philadelphia cream cheese. And a little tidbit of information that I can give you on cream cheese is if you're on the keto or low carb diet, Philadelphia brand cream cheese actually has less carbs in it than you will find in most of the generic brands. Next, I have 2 types of biscuits. I have one 8-pack of the Jumbo Flaky H-E-B brand. This is the equivalent of Grand's biscuits. This is going to go in a breakfast casserole. Next up, I have just the regular biscuits, the tube of 10. They're buttermilk flavored, and this is going to go in my biscuit egg cups. Okay, we have 1 dozen of large eggs. Here is 1 quart of heavy whipping cream. I just like to keep the heavy cream on hand. I use it in a lot of different recipes. And I have a half gallon of whole milk to use in recipes. I get my milk from a local dairy that I pick up twice a month. But since I'm making a recipe for other people and not everyone is comfortable with raw milk, I made sure to buy a half a gallon for my recipes for this weekend. Here is 3 bags of the 2-cup H-E-B brand Colby and Monterey Jack cheeses that I'll also be using in recipes this week. One will go in the taco bake that I'll be making, and the other 2 will be used in the breakfast recipes. I'm noticing that H-E-B is getting really good at labeling their gluten-free products. Here's another one that I've noticed today. Okay, now for the produce, I just have a few bananas, a 3-pound bag of some Gala apples, and some romaine. I've been buying the romaine, the lazy romaine that is already cut and washed. And that is it for the produce. For the pantry items, I have 1 bag of the Pioneer Country Gravy Mix. That is for the recipe for the breakfast. I have 1 Italian salad dressing. There is a recipe coming up that this will go in, not this week, but later on. And since I saw it, I just went ahead and picked it up. The name brand, I don't remember what the name brand is, but the most popular Italian salad dressing, it had wheat and soy in it, so I didn't get it. This one does not say gluten-free, but it didn't have the wheat-based items in it. So I'm thinking this will be okay as far as gluten sensitivities go. Okay, these Parmesan crisps are something that my husband loves on his salads in place of croutons. There are 0 carbs in them because it's all Parmesan cheese. Okay, here I just have 2 cans of the black sliced olives. One of these will be used in my taco bake. The other one is just for backup. Here I have small cans of the diced green chilies. I accidentally picked up 2 different brands, but again, one of these is going to go in my taco bake and the other one is just for backup. Here are some crackers that I have been enjoying from Simple Meals. It's made with almond flour. It does have the gluten-free symbol on there. And let's see, they're not low carb. They actually have 18 total carbs, 16 if you subtract the fiber. So these are not keto friendly, but they are gluten friendly. Speaking of gluten friendly, this is the H-E-B brownie mix. I have made these before and they're absolutely delicious. Okay, just to point out, because I know a lot of people that are gluten sensitive are also soy sensitive, this mix does contain soy. But if you don't have a problem with soy, I recommend this mix. It's very rich and chocolatey and perfect whenever you're having one of those chocolate cravings. Now this is the white bread that I'm purchasing right now. It's the Canyon Bakehouse gluten-free country white. It's 100% whole grain bread. I have not been able to find a good gluten-free bread, you know, that I would really look forward to eating. I actually have almost stopped eating bread, but I do like to keep some on hand just in case I want to have some toast. And since we're having breakfast for supper one night this week with the scrambled eggs, the bacon, and the toast, I'm going to want some toast. So that is why I purchased it. Now, I will say, when I was visiting family in West Virginia, the Kroger brand gluten-free bread was the best I've ever had. It's the size of regular bread. I don't know if you can tell. These are tiny, tiny little slices of bread, and that's very common when it comes to buying keto or gluten-free breads. They're just very small, and that is one thing that I really liked about the Kroger brand. They were big, if not bigger than, a regular loaf of white bread, and it was very fluffy. It toasted great. I loved it. But I don't have a Kroger local to me, so I'm settling for the Canyon Bakehouse. Okay, next up, these are my flowers of the week. They're light green carnations. If you look in the background of my videos, you can see my dining room in there. This is our small dining room. We eat all of our meals at the table, and I like to keep just a small little bouquet of fresh flowers in the vase in the middle. Okay, moving on and finishing up our food items. I have just 2 coconut waters here for me and a Central Market blueberry ginger kombucha. I usually like the Synergy brand, but I thought that I would give this a try because, to tell you the truth, the Synergy brand here is $3.58 a bottle, and at least this one was under $3. I do know how to make my own kombucha. I just haven't made it in about a year. I do want to start that back up again. So when I do, I will share that process with you here on the channel. But for now, I've been buying just a bottle here and there. And these are Topo Chicos. My husband enjoys drinking these. The ones with the red top are grapefruit, and then the green is lime. I like the ones with the yellow top, which are just plain, but I don't get into the sparkling waters very much. To me, they're an acquired taste. But now that my husband drinks them all the time, and they're always in our mini fridge, which is right over there, I do drink one from time to time, and they're starting to grow on me. Okay, moving this stuff out of the way, the non-food items that I have this week is just bar soap. I have this big box of Husky drawstring trash bags and a big bottle of vinegar. I can go on and on about all of the uses for vinegar, but I did do a video on this previously just showing a few of the ways that I use white vinegar around my house. If you want to check it out, I will link it up above and down below so that you can go check that out. Okay friends, that's going to do it for this week's grocery haul. I hope you were able to find a little bit of grocery inspiration in there. Maybe you saw a few things that you haven't tried before or that you didn't know about, especially if you are on the keto diet or you have gluten sensitivities. You will be seeing more and more of those items in my recipes and in my grocery hauls. But they're good for anyone, and they're easily substituted if you're not on a gluten-free or keto diet. If you're just passing through, I hope you'll go ahead and click that subscribe button and join our Heartfilled community. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!